Getting a look at beautiful downtown Baltimore, Maryland, home of the 3-1 and the SFL champion Baltimore Vultures. They're going to play host to the 1-3 Queen City Corsairs here in Week 5 of the Simulation Football League. Welcome to Vultures Field, one and all. Eric Vincent alongside my best friend Cade Stevens, Delaney Nash and Stephen Hacker in the stats truck for us this evening. And Cade, we've got two teams going in opposite directions here. Baltimore flying high and Queen City. They got their 100th win in Week 1, but since then it's been a struggle bus for them.
Yeah, Queen City leaving a lot to be desired after Week 1, a close victory over the, I should say our Fort Worth Toros, and since then, man, leaving, as you said, Eric, just a lot to be desired. On the other hand, Baltimore doing everything they can to try to make a run and defend their Season 15 SFL title, starting off strong and carrying that momentum into this week.
Baltimore coming out in the red jerseys, white pants, and Queen City rocking the white jerseys with the black pants. Queen City will call it on the coin toss here as they are the visiting team. And they have won the toss. They will elect to defer, so they will kick the football off to start things off. Baltimore will get the football here to start things off at home, where they have won a good amount of their home games, Cade, a whopping 87% in franchise history. That's best in league history.
Absolutely phenomenal percentage at home, and I mean, as an away team coming in, and as Queen City already a little down on the performance that you provided so far in this season, you got to feel a little intimidated by that statistic, but these guys have got to stay mentally focused, strong, and come out here and try to sneak out with a win.
Giovanni Bolts, the MVP of the title game last season, will return it out to the 25-yard line, and that's where Baltimore will take over to start things off. And Jack Wigmore in his first full season at the helm here for this Baltimore offense. We will get a good look at him and the rest of his squad here following this first play. Coming out in an I formation. Handoff goes to T-Roy Gaines. Finds a hole up the middle and will bring it out to the 31-yard line. T-Roy Gaines, the running back. Jack Wigmore, the quarterback for the Baltimore offense. Ivory Irvin, Daley Holder, Mac Chima, the wide receivers. Jay Hayden and Lloyd Graham Jr. are the tight ends. Second and 5 now. One tight end on the strong side of the formation. Still an I formation. Still a handoff to T-Roy, and he gets buried in the backfield. A loss of maybe a yard or two, as that was a slow developing play, and David Tilley got in there for the stop.
Yeah, it almost looked like he had second thoughts about the route that was chosen and tried to spin back, and Tilley doing a good job coming back around from the defensive tackle position and catching T-Roy as he tried to make a move there.
3 runs in a row, and T-Roy chooses the wrong way to go. He had a hole right up the middle of the field, instead bounces it to his right and gets met right there by King Jamal. That's a 3 and out here for Baltimore to start things off.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I completely understand the play call. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be upset by a run on 3rd and 6, but lean on the guy who's been ever so consistent for you. And as you said, the offensive line did a fantastic job on that play, actually giving them an opportunity. Unfortunately, the wrong lane chosen, and they will go ahead and punt it to Queen City.
Pablo Gates, the punter for Baltimore, gets it away. Fielded just past the 30-yard line, and out to the 35 is Christopher Ochoa. And Queen City's offense will come out here for their first possession. And A.J. Caswell has had a bit of a shaky start as well. Looking at his stats, Cade, he's thrown for 2 touchdowns and 12 picks.
Yeah, that is, when you take a look at that as a head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, you name it, that is not the percentage you want to see your guy converting when it comes to, turnover differential, and a big reason why Queen City finds themselves at 1-3 so far this season.
Frank Smith with the big tackle for loss on Jet Zero, the running back. We'll get a look at the starters on offense for Queen City following this play. So it brings up 2nd and 11, offset I formation for the Corsairs. Baltimore stacking the box, anticipating a run. They got just about everybody in there, and they will get the run. Jet Zero bounces it to the outside, and he will get a good chunk there before Giovanni Bolt comes up to make the stop. A.J. Caswell, the quarterback. Jet Zero, the running back. Hubba Kimbrell, the first-round pick out of Madison. He's your fullback. Deezer Powell, Christopher Ochoa, and Chris Curtis, the wide receivers. And the ever-dangerous James Matthew Jr. at tight end for the Queen City Corsairs. 4 wide, empty set for Caswell. He will throw, has time, throws it over the middle, caught, first down yardage. And right at the marker is Chris Curtis, and he took a beating but held on to the football for the first down.
Yeah, I don't think it should be overshadowed on that play. I mean, great catch, but a hit from the free safety Giovanni Bolt, also the return man. Wow, he laid the wood on that one there, Eric.
Sure did. Just shy of midfield now as Queen City gets the first down of the game. Caswell has time again, bounces off his fingertips and incomplete. It was looking for one of the extra tight ends, Clint Myers, in the formation, and just could not quite reel that one in. Almost picked off.
Yeah, almost picked off by the linebacker, Alvin Mack. Hits him in the hands, and boy, I think if he could have tracked that one down in the air just a little bit sooner, he might have been able to come away with that one.
Brings up 2nd down. Bunch receivers towards the bottom of the formation. Caswell throws it quickly. Got a man wide open. It's Deezer Powell. He's at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Queen City.
Wow, what a play right there. And let's not forget the highlight. What a catch by Deezer Powell, who goes and grabs it one-handed, turns around, and is so by himself that he has plenty of time to gain speed and get downfield. Nobody even in the vicinity. Look at that catch right there. That's phenomenal play by Deezer Powell. And what a start there for Queen City.
Yeah, it came out firing, and it was good protection there for Caswell. He's been sacked quite a bit this season, so that was a recipe for success. Doesn't matter what team you play for. When you protect the quarterback, give him time, he's able to find open receivers. And like you said, Deezer Powell made a good correction to the ball, and he was wide open enough to the point where he could just turn on the afterburner, so it was an easy score.
Yeah, phenomenal. I mean, there was either a miscommunication or misassignment defensively right there for Baltimore that I don't know how you let a guy as high profile and as skilled as Deezer Powell be as wide open as he was, but what a play by him and a nice throw by the quarterback, A.J. Caswell.
A little bit of trouble with the extra point, but they do get it up and through, so 7-0 now your score as James Peanut Troll is able to nail the extra point. And that's a great start there for Queen City as they go downfield in a hurry. 5 plays, 65 yards, capped off by that 53-yard passing touchdown from Caswell to Powell.
Yes, indeed. And I don't, Eric, expect to see Baltimore deviate too much from the game plan that we saw on the first drive. I expect potentially another run to start this drive, quite possibly a play-action pass to see what they can try to get. They're obviously going to stick to the run. It's a big part of their offensive game plan. T-Roy Gaines in the backfield, a highly reliable back, both running the football and catching out of the backfield as well. So expect to see a little bit more of that with a little play action mixed in to try to catch the defense off guard.
Well, it's funny. We'll get to T-Roy here following this play because I'm glad you mentioned him. 1st and 10 from the 29. Wigmore's going to pass for the first time. He's got a man wide open over the middle of the field. Caught. Holds onto the football through the big hit. And a big catch there by Ivory Irvin as he gets into Queen City territory just like that.
And just like that, and I mean, that is, I mean, we talked about T-Roy Gaines. That's the presence that he brings. They sold on drive 1 that they wanted to try to run the football and come out to start drive 2 immediately, going deep over the middle to Ivory Irvin, who makes a really nice catch. You could see the defense fight up just a little bit, thinking there was going to be another run for Baltimore.
Brings up 1st down now. Wigmore going to throw a quick out over towards the top of the screen. That's caught and eventually gets dragged out of bounds. And that was Mac Chima with the catch as he gets a gain of about 5 or 6 on the play. And Cade, T-Roy, you're absolutely right. He's definitely one of the premier backs in the SFL. But this Baltimore offense has been very heavily through the air this season. They're ranked 18th right now in rush yards a game, and T-Roy just hasn't had the numbers this season so far, as Wigmore's going to throw it to T-Roy as he makes it out of the backfield for a first down and more out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Eric, and we talked about this in the prep for the game this week. I don't genuinely believe that's of any fault of his own. I just genuinely believe that is the way that the offense has been tailored a little bit more this season, and it's working. It's clearly working for them. They've been successful doing it. Jack Wigmore, the young quarterback in his second season with Baltimore, doing a pretty solid job. A 67% completion percentage, over 1,100 yards coming into this game, 7 touchdowns. I know he'd like to cut down on the 8 interceptions that he's had, but the offensive line doing a solid job. Only sacked 5 times coming into this as well.
Well, and he's starting off hot, 3 for 3 for 41 yards. As T-Roy gets a handoff, he's got blockers in front, down towards the bottom of the screen, 15, down to the 10. Actually, they'll mark him down at the 11 and go no huddle here.
Yeah, nice run right there. I mean, and this is the complementary style offense that Baltimore likes to play. The run sets up the pass sets up the run, and when they get in this mode, when both facets of the offense start to be successful, it does get difficult to stop it.
Ivory Irvin with the catch up there towards the top of the screen, still going no huddle as the clock is stopped at 6:12. T-Roy has some room towards the bottom, and he's going to go in untouched. Touchdown, Baltimore, and there's your answer.
What a phenomenal job by the right side of the offensive line, folding down the inside of the defense and giving T-Roy just all the room in the world. The second level of that defense for Queen City just nowhere to be found, as you can see right here. Everybody's got a man, and everybody does a phenomenal job. I'd like to throw a special shout-out right there for the wide receiver, number 88, Mac Chima, who did a fantastic job pushing down on the inside. That was a nicely done and well-executed run play for Baltimore.
Shark Tarkington will come on now to add the extra point and tie the football game up with 6:09 to go in the first frame. Snap is good, kick is up, and good. So we do have a 7-7 ball game, all tied up, following that impressive drive by Baltimore. 6 plays, 71 yards, capped off with the 7-yard rushing touchdown by T-Roy Gaines. So each team now has a lengthy touchdown drive. Queen City doing it one way and Baltimore doing it another way.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if this keeps up. I mean, if both offenses continue to be successful, this could turn into a very interesting game.
Ochoa will field it deep at his own end zone and take a knee there at the 20-yard line. We'll get a look at the stars on the Baltimore defense here. Nate Brown, Al Walker, Suron Yates IV, and Tucker Lewis all at the defensive line. Alvin Mack, Nolan Pierce, and Frank Smith, all of the linebackers. Marvin Himes, Ben Stackenpaper, Austin Brigham, the corners, and Giovanni Bolt and Troy Loshaw, the safeties for the Vultures on defense. First down following the touchback. Caswell under center, offside I formation, quick handoff to Jet Zero. Plows through a defender, still has room as he bounces it to the outside. First down, yardage and more. Close to the 40, they'll mark him out at the 39.
Yeah, well, a fantastic job on that particular play right there by Jet Zero. Initial contact about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. We're going to see a replay right here, folks, and see who was the unlucky recipient on the other end. Cornerback Austin Brigham is the one who took the brunt of the shoulder from Jet Zero, but a fantastic job by him breaking through the tackle, getting downfield, and a really nice way to start this drive.
And we talked about Jet Zero as well coming into this ball game, Cade. The numbers don't jump out at you. But in his third season, he's putting up career numbers for him because his numbers just weren't all there. Starting off as a fullback, converting to a running back, and I feel like he's finally finding his role in the offense. As Caswell is in trouble, he's going to throw it, and what a catch by Deezer Powell in coverage and able to make the grab for a first down.
Wow, that was an absolutely dangerous throw. Moving back across the body, almost sacked right there, and he gets rid of it. Throws it out, and Powell, using the strength that he has and snagging it with his hands to bring it down for a first down. Fantastic job by him. And going back to Jet Zero very briefly, like you said, Eric, in his time, learning the offense and converting from fullback to running back. I mean, he's, like I said, the best season so far statistically. He's doing a nice job. You see runs like the one he had just a couple plays ago, and it's fantastic. As Deezer Powell catches another one over the middle there.
Yeah, and that was a fancy throw there from Caswell as he took a really short drop. Brisha was in his face right away and just kind of slung his arm to the side a little bit there, and Deezer Powell was just there. So 3 catches already for Deezer Powell, including the touchdown bomb on their first drive. Single back is Jet Zero. He's offset. He'll get the handoff right up the middle, and he'll go for about 5 out to the 28-yard line.
So I've seen a lot of the same idea from both offenses so far, Queen City and Baltimore, is that both offenses so far have been able to have success on the ground and through the air, and all of a sudden they've got the defense reeling and that they don't know what's coming. And you saw right there a nice 5-yard run, a good stop right there by the Baltimore defense, figuring that one out very early on, the outside linebacker Nolan Pierce coming through, and that kind of eliminates what I was saying a little bit, in that keeping Queen City trying to get in that same zone that Baltimore was in and keeping the defense off balance.
Well, and to your point, it does seem like they're a little bit on their heels trying to figure out what they're going to do. Obviously, Caswell has been looking very sharp here today, and Jet Zero is going to get his yardage here as Powell is wide open once again, and this time he's got a first down. I'm not sure what's going on with the matchup with Deezer Powell, but he's able to just get open at will so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, it on the plays where he's really, well, almost every catch he's had so far, Eric, I guess I might as well say they're going to challenge this. I think they're going to lose this challenge. But on the plays that he's pretty much made a catch so far, they're playing a lot of zone, it appears, and he's really taking advantage of it. And a fantastic job getting him the football wide open vast majority of the time. A.J. Caswell doing a fantastic job finding him, but that Baltimore defense has been awfully soft so far when it comes to defending the high-profile receiver, Deezer Powell.
Yep. So Baltimore is going to be charged a timeout there, and I agreed with you from the gate, Cade, that one looked like just in real time that was a catch, and it looks like the referees did not have any sort of information through the replay booth that would confirm otherwise. So the play stands. Baltimore loses a timeout. It's 1st and 10 now for Queen City. From about the 22-yard line, Caswell going to throw over the middle, picked off. Stepped right in front of the football and came away with it. That was Alvin Mack, the outside linebacker, second season here in Baltimore, and a big play on defense for the Vultures.
Yeah, huge play for Baltimore getting the football back. Unfortunately for A.J. Caswell, that's going to be his 13th interception on the season, giving that one back to Baltimore. And it's unfortunate for them. The drive was really going well, and it looked like they were potentially trying to knock on the door to score again, and giving that one right back to Baltimore.
Offset eye, handoff, T-Roy Gaines, and he's met by just about everybody on the defense in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play, no chance. And that was a good play by Queen City's defense.
Yeah, nice play right there. Ultimately, the tackle, I believe, is going to go to the outside linebacker, number 44, Sean Moore, the rookie second-round pick out of Ottawa, doing a nice job folding in and getting all of T-Roy Gaines on that one.
We'll get a look at the rest of the stars on the Corsairs defense following this play, as Wigmore is going to swing it out to T-Roy. Has some space down at the bottom, and he's going to make it out to the 25-yard line, sets up 3rd and manageable. Jeff Duffy, Digger Graves, David Tilley, and Tina Begin, the newcomer coming over from Houston. They are all on the defensive line for Queen City. Jared Crow, we saw Sean Moore a couple plays ago. Ajumu Afolabi, the legend, here in his 3rd season in Queen City. Those are all your linebackers. Pharaoh Rains, Ted Haynes, King Jamal, Albert Begin, and Kappa Jones wraps up the defensive backfield for the Corsairs. 3rd and 5, 3:01 to go. Wigmore airing it out and incomplete. He was looking for his wide out there, but that was tight coverage as Haynes was back there. The safety was back there as well. Just no chance of completing that one, kid.
No, not at all. And Haynes, boy, I know he wants that one back. It almost looked like he was the intended receiver on the play going up for it. And unfortunately, maybe the jitters just got to him and the ball falls it falls down to the turf harmlessly if you are a Baltimore Vultures fan.
So Baltimore unable to take advantage of the turnover. They will punt the football back to Queen City. We'll probably get decent field position here. Is fair caught right at the 35-yard line by Christopher Ochoa. And that is where things will start up for Queen City on offense. Visit the all-new SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. They also have links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the entire league. It's over 1,400 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. 1st and 10 from the 35. 2 backs in the backfield. Jet Zero going to get the handoff. Slips through the first tackler and still gets wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage. Looked like he might squirt through. Able to get a half yard. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, doing the absolute best that he could to get out of there. Initial contact made by the outside linebacker, number 91, Nolan Pierce, who hit him about a yard deep in the backfield and breaks through it and finds a way to gain about a yard on the play. That was a heck of an effort on that one by Jet Zero.
Caswell to throw, has a man, quickly met right as the catch was made. And that's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4, so that's up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, nice little chunk. I mean, it makes it a little bit more manageable here, as opposed to looking at 3rd and 9. So it'll be interesting to see what they try to come up with.
Baltimore fans on their feet here for this 3rd down. Caswell 4 wide, 3 towards the bottom of the formation. He is empty in the gun. Snap comes, throws it over the middle, caught. That's going to be 1st down, yardage out to the 47-yard line. And a good catch made by one of the extra receivers out there, Mick Weimer, as he gets 1st down yardage and moves those chains.
I like the design of the play. A receiver on the outside, more or less running a fly route, kind of drags the defense a little bit, and underneath they get the additional receiver right there. And nice catch for a 1st down.
Jet Zero trying to get more on the ground, and Baltimore was ready for it. He gets no gain as he's met by a swarm of vultures.
After giving up a few runs early to Jet Zero, Baltimore's defense has really zeroed in on stopping that. Queen City at some point is going to have to try to see if they can take advantage of Baltimore's aggressiveness towards the run, as you can clearly see right here, a full box.
Caswell's going to throw it. He finds James Matthew Jr. this time, and he gets tackled past the line to gain, so that's going to be a 1st down as Queen City continues to move the chains. Alvin Mack with the big hit.
Yeah, fantastic job on that one, Eric. I mean, another well-designed play. I mean, it was Baltimore more or less trying to sell a blitz, backing out of it, and then very quickly making the decision to get the ball out, and a nice catch for a 1st down.
Caswell finds Deezer Powell again, and Deezer Powell extends the chains once again. Good chunk of 11 or 12 yards, and that was a quick throw. Deezer Powell able to get in the middle of the defense in a hurry.
And that's, honestly, this is good. This is good for quarterback A.J. Caswell right now. A good job by Queen City. Quick throws. 2-step drop, get rid of it. 2-step drop, get rid of it. Don't, no time to think about it. Just, chunk it out, and they're moving the ball with this strategy right now.
Single back is 0. Caswell's going to throw again, and again he's got a wide open man as Matthew is able to drag his feet in bounds for a gain of about 3. And that will probably be the final play of the quarter, as once they snap the ball, it will go to 000s.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Not a bad first quarter by either team so far, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a lot of fun.
Yep, tie ball game, 7-7 your score. Queen City is driving. We'll be right back here in 2 seconds. Simulation Football League rolls on FTF. Caswell lining up in an offset I formation to start the 2nd quarter off. Deep drop. He's going to throw it towards the top of the formation. Caught by James Matthew Jr. And a good stiff arm as he is escorted out of bounds into the SFL red zone they go. Down at the 14-yard line. Another 1st down for Queen City.
Yeah, driving right back about down to where they were before. And I'm not sure if you caught there, the outside linebacker, number 56, Alvin Mack, probably about a half a finger away from getting some contact on that football and potentially altering the path, but unfortunately not able to get all the way up there to it, and a nice throw and catch right there for Queen City.
Loading up the backfield this time as Jet Zero tries to bounce at the outside. Had a block, just could not quite escape the grasp of the linebacker there. I believe that was Alvin Mack once again, and he's had a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, I've called his name quite a few times in this one so far, Eric, and he's making his presence known. Good speed on the second level of that defense. He's able to move from sideline to sideline very efficiently, and that's why we're seeing and hearing from him a lot tonight.
Zero with another carry, bounces off the first tackler, and once again, there he is, Mr. Mack, laying the lumber, and that ends up being a no gain again. Third down and long coming up for Queen City in the red zone.
Yeah, phenomenal effort. I mean, like I said, we've called his number quite a bit tonight, and once again, right there, coming in for, I believe, his fourth or fifth tackle of the game, if I'm not mistaken, and he's also got an interception on top of that.
Caswell has an open man. That's Ochoa trying to spin out of the defenders. He gets 8 of the 10 he needed. Going to set up fourth down, and we'll see a chippy from James Troll here.
Yeah, I mean, that's doing the best you can on 3rd and 10, and almost there, very close, but this is an opportunity to take the lead right here.
And it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field. Gutsy call here from the 1-3 Corsairs. Caswell trying to draw them off sides. Baltimore staying disciplined. And I believe Queen City will have to burn a timeout. So each team now with 2 remaining here with 9:03 to go in the first half.
Yeah, I can't necessarily blame them right there for trying to draw them off sides. I thought genuinely that they were just going to go ahead and snap the football. I mean, at this point in the season, this is a pivotal, massive game for Queen City, sitting at 1-3, and why not try to make something happen right here? But at the same time, you can also think conservatively and say, hey, this is an opportunity for an extraordinarily reliable kicker to go ahead and put this one through, and we'll take a 3-point lead.
Troll hasn't missed a field goal this season. Longest is 48. This one is up and through from 22, so a chippy for Troll as he gives Queen City the lead once again, and is a 3-point advantage this time with 9 minutes exactly on the clock. Looking over on the SFL Twitch page, we've got Lone Star visiting London, and they are up 7-0 there in the first quarter. So just want to keep an eye on that as well. 12 plays, 60 yards, then a 22-yard field goal by James Troll. Brings the score to 10-7. Giovanni Bolt remaining patient, trying to bounce it to the outside, and eventually gets escorted out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Good return there for the Vultures.
Yeah, great return by Giovanni Bolt, who is extraordinarily dangerous not only in the punt or in the kickoff return game, but the punt game as well, as he has been very reliable for Baltimore for the vast majority of the time that he's been there.
First down now for Wigmore and company. T-Roy, the lone back. He's going to get the throw. One-handed grab behind him. Is able to turn on the Jets and gets first down yardage out across the line to gain. And that was a good play there by T-Roy.
Yeah, T-Roy right there, and that's just showing you what he can do in the passing game as well. I mean, get the ball in his hands in space. I mean, a little bit behind him, but makes a phenomenal catch. And he's got blocking out there by the wide receiver, number 88, Mac Chima, as well, who does a phenomenal job giving him an opportunity. And, yeah, T-Roy out of the backfield, something to look for as well with this Baltimore offense.
And, Kid, you mentioned it a little earlier that, I mean, this is a division game. This is a North Division game, and Queen City trying to keep pace here as Wigmore completes it out for about a gain of 6 yards. They'll mark him down at the 46-yard line. But with London playing right now against Lone Star, if they lose and Queen City is able to pull the upset today, it just keeps them back in the mix. That moves Baltimore to 3-2, Queen City up to 2-3. I mean, everybody's in the mix there in the North. So it's a very pivotal game here for the Corsairs here today as Wigmore slings it out to T-Roy, getting across the line to gain at the 42-yard line. Move those chains once again.
Yeah, nice execution by him. I know T-Roy was just the check down on that play. But more or less, I could be wrong. He could have been the main target, but a phenomenal job by the quarterback, Jack Wigmore, looking left for the vast majority of the play and then going back right, knowing exactly where his safety valve was, and T-Roy Gaines who gets the first down.
7.5 to go in the opening frame. Wigmore under center. T-Roy the lone back. Wigmore short drop. Finds Irvin over the middle. Big hit, but a first down as he holds onto the ball. And Baltimore goes no huddle.
Yeah, good job with ball security on that one by Irvin. Big hit right there.
Wigmore quickly rallying the troops back to the line. He's going to swing it out to T-Roy, and he gets a big hit right around the line of scrimmage. No gain. King Jamal laying the lumber on that hit. Sets up 2nd and 10. Wigmore going to throw it opposite end this time. Lloyd Graham Jr. with the catch. He gets a chunk of 6 as they hurry up once again.
Yeah, I like this hurry-up style right here. Be interested to see what the 3rd down play is.
Wigmore, again, finding Irvin over the middle. They have found something that they like here, and they were able to take advantage of it into the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 13.
Absolutely beautifully executed on 3rd down, running the tight end Lloyd Graham Jr. out into the flat. The defense is completely distracted. Ivory Irvin slips through over the middle, and there's no one there to try to defend that one, and they get a 1st down. Great job.
Trips towards the bottom of the formation. Wigmore going to throw that way. Finds Irving once again, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Great job. I mean, the entire drive, Baltimore did a phenomenal job keeping Queen City off balance, dumping it to the running back. A couple run plays mixed in there. The tight ends, the receivers, everybody was involved on that drive for the Baltimore Vultures. And ultimately, the touchdown ends up in the hands of Ivory Irvin. 8 plays, 64 yards. That was a great drive right there for the Baltimore Vultures, Eric.
And you said it. It just kept Queen City on their heels. Very diverse play calls. You had no idea really who was going to get the football, whether it was T-Roy on the ground, T-Roy through the air, Ivory Irvin threw in some Lloyd Graham Jr. It was just a very good game plan and a very good drive there by the Vultures offensive staff as Tarkington is able to nail the extra point. It's 14-10 now. And old T-Pat running the offense once again. Dr. Thomas Paternitti back in the coaching booth once again.
Pat on the back for him on that one.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Had to step away for a few seasons, but he's back. And you could definitely see it out there on the field as T-Pat's one of the best play callers out there for sure. Ochoa feels it in his own end zone, brings it out to the 15, 20, big hit, right at the 22-yard line. That's where it goes down. So 1st and 10, Queen City down by 4. And, you know, the Corsairs have been looking good so far, Cade. You know, not a whole lot to really rag on. One turnover, but otherwise just they've been keeping things close. They've been doing what they can.
Yeah, I mean, honest to goodness, Eric, the lone interception was just a result of a little bit of pressure coming at Caswell. But other than that, he's made fantastic decisions. The run game with Jet Zero has been great. Here he goes again, rattling one off for 5 yards on 1st down. And the receivers have been fantastic. Deezer Powell has just been making hay here in the first half of this game. And Caswell doing a great job getting him the football in space where he absolutely thrives making moves after the catch.
Under 6 minutes to go following that 5-yard chunk by Jet Zero. He's going to get another carry here, trying to find the hole, and he is met right at the middle of the line by Tucker Lewis, along with the rest of that Baltimore defensive line. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. Handoff once again to Jet Zero, trying to fight for extra yards, and he'll mark him just shy of the 1st down. That will mark him at the 32-yard line. Good stand by the Baltimore D, forcing the 4th down.
My goodness, that is so close. I mean, wow. I even thought there was a potential he might have actually gotten there. But, yeah, I understand from a Queen City perspective, maybe not necessarily wanting to waste another timeout right this moment. Go ahead and punt it off, and let's see where it goes from there. But, wow, that was close. What a hard-fought run.
Giovanni Bolt gets a couple extra yards out to the 33-yard line. And that is where Baltimore will take over with a 4-point lead. And, yeah, you're absolutely right, Cade. Like, that's It's still early, still plenty of football left to be played, but that's a drive that you felt like, okay, we're starting to get things going. Like, we're not afraid. Like, let's go. Let's get some more points on the board. And Baltimore just holds on by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, yeah. Very well said.
T-Roy gets the throw out of the backfield, and he'll get just a couple as he's met by a host of Corsairs. As we get a look at the quarterback comparison between these two players, Caswell, the lone turnover between the two of them, but similar numbers across the board.
Yeah, very comparable. I mean, very comparable even offensive game plan so far. They both look like they wanted to do the same thing. Baltimore just with a little bit of advantage on the execution side so far.
Wigmore, deep drop. He's going to sling it out to T-Roy. He's got a blocker out there. He says, screw the blocker. I'm going to go ahead and plow full speed ahead. And he is ushered out of bounds at the 49-yard line with under 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, unfortunately for the cornerback there, number 25, Farrell Rains on the receiving end of that stiff arm from T-Roy Gaines, who just sent him into next week as he pushes him to the turf to gain about another 4 yards after the initial hit.
Shoot, send him into the next universe. He's in the Twilight Zone now.
Certainly appears that way.
Single back is T-Roy, heavy set. They're going to sling it out to T-Roy. He's got a blocker out there, and he's able to take the make it most of a play like that out to the 48-yard line, only a gain of 4.
A good open field tackle by the free safety, Albert Begin, right there.
Not too much you can do on that play. Just a single block out there, one-on-one tackle. If you beat him, great. If you don't, it is what it is. Take what you can get. Wigmore, play action. He's going to air it out deep, and he's got his man! Big chunk play to Lloyd Graham Jr. as he makes it down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. First and goal.
There's two things that came that brought this play into existence, Eric, and that is the ability to run the football with T-Roy Gaines. The play action bite on the secondary of Queen City opened it up, and the threat of the big 6'6", 246-pound tight end Lloyd Graham Jr., who does a fantastic job on a deep post over the middle of the defensive secondary, gets behind him, and a phenomenal throw and catch from Wigmore to Lloyd Graham Jr.
Wigmore's going to throw again. Pressure comes from the backside and throws a dangerous pass, incomplete. Ajumu Afalabi out there in coverage and bats the football away.
Yeah, not too sure he saw Afalabi in coverage right there, who did a fantastic job reading the eyes of the quarterback, Jack Wigmore. Floats back towards the inside and breaks up a would-be touchdown.
Quick first half, quickly coming to a close here as we only have 2:44 left to go. Wigmore under center. He's going to hand it off and met right in the backfield. A couple different defenders getting in there. David Tilley amongst others. And T-Roy will lose a couple yards back to the 11.
Yeah, nice play right there. I mean, 3rd and goal from the 11. And there's pluses and minuses here. I guess you could say it gives you a little bit more space to try to figure out where you'd like to go with this football. But the defensive line right here is absolutely stacked.
Wigmore in trouble right away. Throws the dime. Touchdown, Mac Chima.
Pressing on the outside is Mac Chima. Beats the press of the cornerback and immediately recognized by the quarterback, Jack Wigmore, as he goes and throws the ball, high pointed by Chima, and absolutely fantastic execution on that play.
What a throw as Baltimore extends the lead. 7 plays, 67 yards, 11-yard passing touchdown from Wigmore to Chima as Tarkington is looking to make this an 11-point game with 2:16 to go in the opening half. A little bit of an awkward snap, gets it down, and it's up and through. 21-10, now your score. Duval boys are back. Eric Vincent alongside my best friend Kate Stevens, and we've got a bit of a Toro takeover here today. Delaney Nash and Stephen Hacker in the stats truck for us today. And we've been enjoying this one so far as Baltimore starting to take full advantage here at home where they've won the vast majority of their football games.
Yeah, absolutely. And quite honestly, I mean, I think this one's very far from over. But Queen City, the way that they started the game, I think they just got to get back to basics a little bit here. Go for the easy short completions, open one up deep down the field, see what you can try to find. But you've got a little bit of two-minute offense coming up here, I suspect.
Yeah, with 2:12 to go, I suspect that as well. But the good news is they're able to get at least one play in before the 2-minute warning, acting as a third timeout for them, as they only have two currently. 3 wideouts, 2 towards the bottom of the formation. Caswell under center, short drop.
Ooh.
He's thrown, and it's incomplete. Ball kind of hung up in the air for a hot minute there. And it falls harmlessly to the turf after a big hit from his backside.
Yeah, the defensive tackle, big number 95, Tucker Lewis coming in there for a hit on the quarterback. 1 sack already this season. He was looking for number 2 right there.
Still like those quarterback hits, though, so I'm sure he'll take that.
Absolutely.
Loading up the backfield here for Caswell as Zero bounces it to the outside, able to find the hole, and he plunges ahead to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 3 on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Baltimore taking a commanding 11-point lead here at home. Queen City trying to get some points on the board. Will they do it? You're watching the SFL on FTF. Baltimore fans on their feet for this 3rd down and 3 for Queen City. Handoff, Jet Zero bounces it to the outside, then goes back inside, and he's going to be short. They'll mark him down at the 32-yard line. Another impressive stand by this Vulture defense, and they're going to let the clock run.
Yeah, considering the circumstance, I am a little surprised in this situation, Eric, that they did decide to run. I know that I know the reliability and the proven aspect that you have from Jet Zero so far this season, but unfortunately, that one didn't work out, and they're going to have to punt this one away. And with 1:25 left and 2 timeouts for Baltimore, they're going to give them another opportunity at the football as the clock continues to tick down here.
Punt is away by Greg Morrison, fielded at about the 30-yard line, stutter step, and out to the 38 with 1:11 to go. 2 timeouts. Baltimore has an opportunity with decent starting field position, and you're absolutely right, Cade. I'm just echoing your sentiments here. But you're absolutely right. I would anticipate Wigmore and company to want to drive the football down the field, see what they can get, and if they're just kind of spinning their wheels, just accept that they've got an 11-point lead going into the half, and they will kick the football off to start off the second half. Wigmore's going to throw it over the middle. That's caught by Irvin. They're going to go hurry up here. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, that's what you want to see on first down. Don't make any errant throws. Just take what the defense is going to give you. If it's soft over the middle, as they prove once again right there, then stick with it. Maybe switch it up as you continue to move downfield.
Wigmore still wants the middle, still wants Irvin. That's 3 catches in a row for Irvin as the referee goes down there in the back of that play as well. 38 seconds to go. Still 2 timeouts. Wigmore still going to throw it to Irvin, and he's still got another grab. No, this time it was Daly Holder able to get the grab. 2nd and 3 now. Under 30 seconds to go. Wigmore finds Irvin once again inside the 20, and Baltimore finally burns their 2nd timeout with 23 seconds to go.
Yeah, the timeout right there, advantageous for not only Baltimore, but for my partner here, Mr. Eric Benson, who I have to imagine was almost out of breath after that sequence of plays. What a few throws right there. The lefty's got a mean sidearm. Jack Wigmore does. If you guys have not noticed out there, what a few throws, and Ivory Irvin coming up huge for him on that drive.
Yeah, I definitely needed a little water after that. In the SFL red zone we go. Wigmore down to the bottom of the formation, finds his man. That's Chima, who had the touchdown grab just to drive a go. He gets knocked out of bounds after he gets first down yardage to the 7. 18 seconds to go here in the half.
Yeah, Baltimore making the absolute most out of the opportunity on this drive as they've gone all the way down to the 7-yard line. 18 seconds left and a single timeout. They've got a few shots they can take here at the end zone.
This is pivotal here for Queen City. They cannot give up a touchdown here and go down 28-10 into the half. Wigmore over the middle, sliding grab, and a late hit to boot. Touchdown Vultures, Lloyd Graham Jr.
Fantastic. 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 I don't think there's another way to say it. Quite honestly, low throw, I believe it was designed that way by Jack Wigmore, who had the big tight end Lloyd Graham go down and grab it at the point of attack towards the ground so nobody else could get it. And a phenomenal throw and a phenomenal execution of that drive by Baltimore, who has now taken a even larger lead than they had before, right before halftime. Wow, fantastic job.
And Cade, that was devastating. It took less than a minute for them to go 7 plays, 46 yards, 7-yard passing touchdown from Wigmore to Graham Jr. And that makes it a 28-10 ball game. 15 seconds to go. Queen City's in trouble as they head into the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine if you're Queen City and you don't convert on that third down play and you go ahead and decide to punt it away, that worst case scenario in your mind is that Baltimore runs down real quick and grabs a touchdown, and unfortunately that's exactly what they let happen. And right here, I mean, with 15 seconds and 2 timeouts, I don't anticipate, barring a miracle on this kick return, anything to happen for Queen City before the half.
Ochoa tries to throw down a spin move, and he'll get stopped at the 19. 11 seconds to go. Looking over at other action in the league, over on the league's Twitch page, Lone Star taking a 10-0 lead over the London Knights as they visit those London Knights across the pond, part of the North Division here, and we've got 2 North Division rivals playing it out right here in front of you. As Baltimore takes a commanding 28-10 lead, Queen City loading up the backfield here on first down. Jet Zero with the handoff, follows his blockers, and is able to make it out to the 27-yard line. He's had good numbers here in the first half as it comes to a close. And, Cade, we'll get a look at the numbers here as Baltimore with an 18-point advantage here at home. And we mentioned to start things off that Baltimore is a dangerous team to play at home. And, golly, we're certainly seeing it right now.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. I mean, they certainly seem to find a way. It's absolutely phenomenal at the ability that they have, even with the relatively, I don't want to call it a slow start, but mixed start that they had with a little bit of back and forth in the last half of the second quarter, found a way to really start to run away with this one, Eric.
And that's the thing, too. You're looking at the numbers, and the numbers very similar. Meanwhile, Wigmore's thrown for 246 and 3 touchdowns. The one turnover that they got, Baltimore did, they didn't take advantage of it. So the time of possession is about the same. So it's puzzling to see how Baltimore can be so lethal on offense when the numbers are virtually the same.
Just taking advantage, I mean, as far as I can tell, taking advantage of situations when the opportunity presents itself. Baltimore not settling for field goals. That's been a big thing in converting in key opportunities. That's been another one for them as well. Ivory Irvin coming up massively in the first half. And I mean, who can ignore the second-year quarterback, Jack Wigmore, with a phenomenal first half, missing only 2 passes, 25 of 27 so far, over a 92% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns through the air, averaging almost 10 yards per attempt. That's a phenomenal effort for him in the first half. Let that not be overshadowed. He's doing a phenomenal job directing this Baltimore offense and is a massive reason why they now hold a 2-score lead.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. And this play was just mind-boggling, man. Like, that's probably why 3 different Corsairs were probably called for the late hit on that play, because who would have known that Lloyd Graham Jr. was going to come up with that football at the other end of that pass?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not sure. I can't speak to if it was designed that way, but if it was, phenomenal job with the design that he comes through over the middle and you throw it low so that he can go get it and the defenders don't have an opportunity.
Queen City elected to kick the football off to start the football game, so they're going to get the first crack at the football here in the second half as Tarkington puts his foot to leather, and we're underway here in the second half. And Ochoa will take a knee in his own end zone. That will bring the football out to the 20-yard line. And Cade, what sort of adjustments do you think Queen City has to make here on offense to get back in the football game?
Yeah, I think they got to get back to what they were doing on their first couple of drives. They were extraordinarily balanced. The offensive line was doing a phenomenal job opening up running lanes for Jet Zero, and they were doing a good job getting him on the outside of the tackles in space. If they can get back to doing that, I think they're going to be just fine. First play right here, you see a throw over the middle of the field. It feels a little forced to me, Eric. I mean, I think that you don't look at the scoreboard. Don't, try to force items. That's going to get you in trouble.
Yeah, and I feel like they wanted to take a shot here on the first play just to see what they can kind of get. But Caswell needed to realize that his feet weren't set. He was throwing on the run. Pressure was coming from his backside. He was throwing it into traffic. That is a throw you cannot make if you want to get back in this football game. Thankfully for him and the rest of the Corsairs, it falls down to the turf. Good play made by the linebacker there in coverage. So it brings up second down as he's back in a 4-wide set. Empty set once again. He will take the snap, throws it over the middle. Caught, Deezer Powell. Johnny on the spot once again as he makes another catch, and that puts him over 100 yards on the day.
Yeah, phenomenal. I mean, just amazing effort by him so far in this football game. As you said, going over 100 yards on just 6 catches and a touchdown to boot. Phenomenal game, no matter the outcome for Deezer Powell and Queen City so far.
Offset I formation this time for Queen City from the 38-yard line. First down. Baltimore stacking the box. They will see the run. Jet Zero trying to bounce to the outside. Gets what he can out to the 39-yard line for a gain of 2. Another score update there on the league's Twitch page. Lone Star taking a commanding 17-point lead as they are late in the second quarter over on the league's Twitch page. Feel free to bounce between both of those as we are live on FTF. Second down, under 10 minutes to go here in this new third quarter. Caswell going to air it out into coverage and incomplete. Stack of paper there in coverage on Deezer Powell, and that was probably the first time here today that we've seen Deezer Powell really covered well on that play.
Yeah, tend to agree. I mean, I 100% understand the aggressiveness from Queen City. They got to find a way here, but that's a throw you can't make when you see the coverage. Deezer Powell is good as anybody out there, but you got to give him an opportunity.
Caswell to throw again. Blitz coming. He's going to go down. We get our first sack of the ball game, and that is courtesy of Sir Ron Yates the fourth.
Wow, that one hurt me a little bit. I mean, he came
Ouch.
through with a full head of steam, beating the center right there, and just absolutely got all of the quarterback, A.J. Caswell, standing back in the pocket. And Baltimore's defense is feeding off of the energy the offense has given them to end the first half right there. And Queen City is going to go ahead and punt this one back to the ever so dangerous Giovanni Bolt.
Sir Ron Yates, ever dangerous as well. The team's leading sacker now has sack number 4.5 on the season. Fair catch called for and made at the 34-yard line by Bolt. And that is where Baltimore will start things off here with 9:17 to go. And Cade, it's a bit of a strange kind of situation to be in. You're up by 18. You want to make sure that you're keeping your foot on the gas, but at the same time, do you need to really throttle them? Where's the mindset here?
I don't expect to see too much different from what they did in the first half on this drive right here. That's something Baltimore's been extraordinarily good at most of the season, is that they just keep on pounding until the clock hits 0. And I fully expect to see that continue on in the rest of this game here. I mean, this is, as you can see right there, phenomenal run on first down. Great blocking by not only the offensive line, but it appeared the fullback right there as well, getting up and making a nice play, and a nice 9-yard gain on first down. But yeah, don't expect to see them let off the gas too much here. I think that they're going to go ahead and keep on taking what the defense is going to give them.
Brings up 2nd and 1 after that impressive T-Roy Gaines run on first down. Wigmore's going to throw a quick pass over to T-Roy. He gets just enough for the first down as he moves across to the 45-yard line. If you want to keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media, we are on every platform at Simulationfl. Follow and subscribe to all the channels: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and even TikTok. From teams to podcasters, final scores to major highlights, SFL Social has you covered. T-Roy Gaines met in the backfield this time as he was looking to bounce it to the outside. He might have gotten there, but Digger Graves was able to wrap him up.
Yeah, great job by the defensive end there. Digger Graves on containment, grabbing him by the ankles in time to get him down for a loss of 1.
Ends up 2nd and long. Heavy set formation. T-Roy the lone back. Wigmore under center. Queen City stack in the box. Just 2 safeties outside the box right now. Wigmore's going to sling it out to T-Roy, and he cannot break the one-on-one tackle. Good play there made by Jared Crow, the second-year man, as he makes the tackle, and another tackle for loss.
Well, the good news here for Queen City is their defense has put them in position to try to get the football back here. So a big stand on 3rd and 12 will give them an opportunity to try to climb back into this one.
Yeah, they got to make this play here to get the football back. 3rd and 12, Wigmore short drop, throws it over the middle. Ivory Irvin going to convert it as he gets across to the 44-yard line. That man has lethal speed, and we saw it right there.
Yeah, I mean, who else would it be? Ivory Irvin, phenomenal job by him in this game so far, and that's going to be the catch that puts him over 100 yards this time around. We just saw Deezer Powell on the last drive go over 100 with a nice catch, and on the 10th catch of the game for Ivory Irvin, he's going over 100 as well. Been a big target for Jack Wigmore so far.
The clock continues to move. Under 7 minutes to go here. Offset I formation. Wigmore, short drop. He's in trouble. He's going to throw it over the middle. Caught! First down yardage into coverage, and that's Lloyd Graham Jr. making the catch and holding on to the ball as they get close to the red zone.
Wow, it looked like, I mean, you made the point very early on if there was going to be any sort of change in what they wanted to do in this football game, Eric, as you asked me to start the drive, and it looked like they may have decided to start a little conservative with this, and after converting the first down, things changed very quickly for Baltimore as they are chunking it down the field.
Yeah, quickly moving the football down the field. 4 wideouts to work with, 3 bunch towards the top of the formation. Going to throw it to the bottom, and that's Ivory Irvin with another catch, averaging about 14 yards a catch and a touchdown here today as he makes that catch for 4.
I mean, this guy's been incredible so far today, extraordinarily reliable for the quarterback, Jack Wigmore, as we said before, and Wigmore just absolutely on fire, man. He's not missing too many of them.
Second and 6. T-Roy the lone back. Gaines will get the handoff. Plows forward out to the 12-yard line, close to first down yardage. He had a good hole there, but the Queen City defense did a good job limiting the damage, brings up 3rd and short.
And I mean, this the strength right there, I think, is shouldn't be overshadowed of T-Roy Gaines. I mean, the cornerback Farrell Raines and the linebacker Sean Moore just went for about a 4-yard ride on his back down to that point.
Wigmore going to sling it out to T-Roy. He's got first down yardage, and he's going to get ushered out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Tackle made by Crow, and that'll extend the drive. 1st and goal from the 8.
Yeah, I mean, this Baltimore offense right now. They're doing just about anything that they want to do, and that play right there is the epitome of how this drive has gone so far. Just when you think you've got them on the ropes, man, they find a way, and that was the definition of their season last season, their championship season, and they're doing it again here in season 16.
They're about as slick as a grease pig currently, as that's play action there. Wigmore throwing it top of the formation, caught, touchdown. Baltimore, they are pouring it on here in the 3rd quarter. We'll see what the flag is all about. And they call pass interference on the defense. Tyrone Means with the touchdown grab, and that will extend the lead for Baltimore as they are running away with it here.
Yeah, with the additional tight end, you said there, Tyrone Means coming up with a nice catch and a touchdown on that particular play. And as you said, yeah, I mean, Baltimore, I mean, they hung in. Queen City really, in the first quarter and a half, made it look a lot closer than it looks right now. And Baltimore just took the opportunity towards the last half of the second quarter. And ever since then, man, they've just run away with it. It's been a completely different story in the second and third quarter for Baltimore, who has now just taken a 35-10 lead in this football game.
10 plays, 66 yards, 8-yard passing touchdown from Wigmore to Means. And Wigmore, man, his numbers today. 32 of 34, 299, completing 94% of his passes, 4 touchdowns. I mean,
yeah,
this is the second-year guy. This is his first full season.
First full season. I mean, just a phenomenal effort from the young kid, man. Just what if this is the kind of stuff that we can expect going forward, then what a treat for the SFL to have a quarterback of his stature there in Baltimore. I mean, that's something they can continue to put together. Then I see no reason why Baltimore cannot find themselves back in the championship game once again.
So Queen City down by a lot, and they're going to have some time to make it up here, but it's got to happen in a hurry with 5:13 to go here in the third. Caswell under center. He's going to hand it off to Zero, who finds the hole over the middle, lowers his shoulder, still running, and makes it out to the 33-yard line. Kept those feet moving, and he's had a very respectable game here today. 17 carries, 66 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he's just hard to bring down. He's just a big guy. His feet continue to churn after first contact, and that's what makes it so difficult to tackle him. And you saw it on that play right there as he took a couple guys with him in a very hard-fought 8 yards.
Offset I formation this time on 2nd and 2. Another handoff to Zero. Goes straight ahead, and Baltimore is able to make the stop. Good tackle made by Smith, the inside linebacker, and brings up 3rd and short. Clock continuing to run here as Queen City is out to the 34-yard line. They need about 6 inches or so. Hand off to Zero, bounces it to the outside, finds his block, and he's free. He's giving chase. He's been giving chase by the Baltimore defense, and he'll finally get ushered out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And that was a big-time run by Jet Zero and a first down.
Yeah, Jet Zero saw daylight right there and made a nice move to get to the outside. Fantastic job blocking, by the way, right there. That shouldn't be overshadowed at all. And he gets to the outside and is running for his life before he's finally caught down. And wow, what a job by him. That run right there should put Jet Zero over 100 yards on the day. As we just saw before, a couple runs there. He had about 66 yards, had a couple more on top of that, an 8-yarder and then a 36-yarder to go with it. And over 100 yards goes Jet Zero on the day.
Caswell is going to throw it out to Zero. Again, decent blocking up front. Good pursuit, though, by the Baltimore defense. And hats off to Hubba Kimbrell, the first-round draft pick by Queen City, laying the lumber on a play ago and springing Jet Zero free, who is officially over 100 yards. Another man who's over 100 yards today, Deezer Powell, 6 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown. Caswell's going to throw. Blitz coming. He's going to go down. 2 sacks on the day. One to Suron Yates, the other to Tucker Lewis.
Yeah, Tucker Lewis, I mean, just absolutely dominating his block on that particular play. Not really giving A.J. Caswell an opportunity at all to try to decide what he wanted to do with that football. Gets back there and takes the quarterback to the ground with an absolute fire on that one, Eric.
4 wideouts for Caswell to work with, empty in the gun on this 3rd and 10. Caswell, pressure coming again, decides to run with it, and he runs right into a swarm of vultures. Only gets about 4 yards, but that's makeable field goal territory. I would honestly think about keeping the offense on the field, though.
Yeah, at this point in the game, I mean, I don't know, what you're really losing out on by trying to be aggressive here. 4th and 6 is relatively manageable, considering the field position, but they'll take the 3 points here, or at least try to take the 3 points and see what happens.
Kick is up on the way and through. James Stroll still perfect on the year as he nails a 43-yard field goal. Makes the score 35-13. And that was a good drive by Queen City. 7 plays, 49 yards. Capped off by that 43-yard field goal make. But, shoot, you need touchdowns now. You don't need field goals.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. The highlight of that drive being the 36-yard run by Jet Zero, who had a very nice drive for himself on that one. But as you said, you got to find a way to get in the end zone. They've settled for 2 field goals in this game. I mean, if you turn around and make those touchdowns, this one's a little bit closer.
Yeah, but, I mean, Baltimore has just looked very impressive here today on their home turf as they have a commanding lead with 2:16 to go here in the third quarter. We'll have to see what Wigmore and company have on offense, have in store for us on offense here. Wigmore just throwing everything at the Queen City defense. T-Roy's been very active in the passing game. Honestly, everyone's caught every one of their targets except for Lloyd Graham Jr. today. And T-Roy just adding to that number as he's able to get 8, 9, 10 yards as he's able to get out of bounds past the line to gain out to the 38-yard line.
Wow. I mean, yeah, they're just doing what they want. They've been doing that for a little bit of time now. And as you see right there, a good read by Wigmore dumping the ball off to T-Roy Gaines, who is able to turn upfield and get a first down on that particular play.
Baltimore are going to take a little bit more time to break the huddle here as they're wanting some time to come off the clock. Couple tight ends, couple receivers, and a running back. T-Roy got to get a handoff and blown up in the backfield. There's the playmaker himself, Jeff Duffy, getting in there for a tackle for loss.
Yeah, I mean, an absolutely phenomenal athlete and one of the best players for Queen City's defense. I mean, just not someone whose name that's been called as much this season as it was last. SFL season 15 sack leader, 19 and a half sacks last season, Eric. Only 2 so far this season. Awfully quiet has been Jeff Duffy.
Wigmore's going to throw, and again, he's got an open man. This time it's Daly Holder as he gets a gain of 7 on the play. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Kate. I mean, he was held off the stat sheet until that tackle for loss just 2 seconds ago. So it's a bit puzzling. Maybe the defenses are kind of figuring him out at this point. Or, the offensive lines are figuring him out at this point. So it's hard to say, but he has definitely been quiet through 4 games here this season.
Yeah, I have to imagine after the production that he had last year, he's been a little bit of a focal point of offensive game plans as T-Roy Gaines runs for another first down right there. But, finding a way to either take the play away from him or to try and double him up to not give him an opportunity. But, they've opposing teams have definitely figured him out this season. And, it's as you said, very puzzling on why we've not seen him more. But that's what I have to guess on.
Wigmore going to sling it out to T-Roy. T-Roy trying to make the best of it as he gets a couple yards out to the 47-yard line. Good tackle there made by Crow. And that might be the final play of the third quarter. I don't think Baltimore's in any hurry to get any additional plays in.
No, I don't imagine that they get this one off, but hey, I could be wrong.
Let's see. Well, they will get it off. All right, how about that? Wigmore, and he's in trouble right away. Someone was going to get him.
Well,
probably should have just let that one go. But Jeff Duffy, David Tilley getting in there for the first sack on the Queen City's defense here today, closing out the third quarter.
Indeed, I believe Tilley going to get the credit for that one, but Duffy the first man there right after we just had a conversation about not seeing him too much.
I know. Everybody get your 4s up in the chat. Everybody get your 86s up in the chat. We got one more frame to go here on FTF. This is the Simulation Football League. We are live. $11 minutes to go here in the ball game as Baltimore up by 22 points. 3rd and long here following the sack. Wigmore gonna try and air it out, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Ted Haynes as he's able to knock down the pass in coverage on Mac Chima.
Well, that certainly looked like it was going to be completed at first, and then Haynes just out of nowhere comes up and makes a really nice play on that one. And I assume that was Baltimore's attempt to just go ahead and try to put the nail in the coffin, and stopped by Queen City, who appears to have another opportunity at the football here.
Yep, we will see a Baltimore punt here, as they've only had one other punt here in the ball game. Kind of tells the story here for Baltimore. Pablo Gates gets the football away, fielded, and a big hit by Baltimore special teams. And man, oh man, just Baltimore firing on all cylinders. Felix Maryland with the big hit, and Queen City will start things off at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, offense, defense, special teams, it doesn't matter. Baltimore absolutely making it happen in all facets of the game here today, looking to try to make a stand here on defense and just put this one out of reach.
Caswell drops back to throw, throws it into covers, complete. James Matthew Jr. will get the first down and more out to the 39-yard line. Good play there of about 14.
Yeah, nice play to the outside. And, wow, that one, when he first let go of that one, I won't lie to you, and just a bit nervous. I thought potentially the defenders were a little closer, but a good read by Caswell and a good throw and catch.
Queen City kind of taking their time a little bit here to break the huddle, as they're down by at least a few scores. Two backs in the backfield, two wide receivers in the formation. Baltimore showing blitz. Jet Zero will get the handoff, and he goes absolutely nowhere. Gain of about a half a yard. Eric Vincent alongside my best friend, Cade Stevens. We've got Delaney Nash and Stephen Hacker in the stats truck here today, a Toro takeover. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. As Caswell throws it out in the middle of the field, and that is incomplete. Application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. As we get a look over on Twitch, Lone Star still with a 13-point advantage in the third quarter. London trying their best to stay close in that ball game there. Certainly not an insurmountable lead.
Not at all. Not at all.
Under 10 minutes to go here in Baltimore. Caswell with a 3rd and 9. Has a pocket, throws it over the middle, short of the first down marker, and that is going to be marked at the 45-yard line, 4th and 3, as Christopher Ochoa makes the catch.
Yeah, it's I assume they're probably just going to go ahead and punt this one back here, but yeah, solid effort to try to get it up there, just couldn't quite get the first down.
We'll see another punt here by Morrison. Fielded by Giovanni Bolt. Good spin move, and is met by a couple Queen City Corsairs out at the 26-yard line. Well, Baltimore's been dominant, I think is the right word to use. And minus maybe the first few minutes of the opening quarter, Baltimore has just kind of had their way with Queen City today here, kid.
Yeah, there was a point very early in the second quarter where I think Baltimore realized exactly what they could and wanted to do, and ever since then they've had no trouble doing it. And as we see once again, the highly efficient quarterback Jack Wigmore back in this game right here.
He's going to throw another completed pass, this time for 3 yards, as we get a look at his numbers. Boy, oh boy, 324 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's only missed 3 throws all game long.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. Just that says a lot about the offensive game plan for Baltimore and what they really drew up for him, and he's done a fantastic job with execution.
Well, and this is the game plan. This is the operation that Baltimore is putting forth as T-Roy goes nowhere. In fact, he'll lose a couple yards. Good tackle made by Crow. They're looking to pass the football more, and that is why T-Roy's numbers aren't quite so flashy this time around, because they don't necessarily have to rely on T-Roy to run the football a whole lot. They've got plenty of weapons. They've got a quarterback that can clearly throw the football around, sling the rock around. Go ahead and let him do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wigmore, tight space somehow complete. Daly Holder with the catch, but Jared Crow had an equal opportunity at the ball. He makes the play for the tackle, but not for the pick, and Baltimore extends the drive again.
Yeah, this is a great camera view right here. You can see the strong hands of Daly Holder going out and grabbing that one and pulling it in. When we saw it from the other angle, I thought it was intercepted initially, but a fantastic job by Holder snagging that ball out of the air and bringing it in for a first down.
4 wide outs, Wigmore under center. Approaching 8 minutes to go here in the ball game. Quick throw, Lloyd Graham Jr. close to a first down. They'll give it to him on forward progress, and he's out to the 49-yard line. Crow with a very impressive game here as he gets another tackle.
And as you can see, I mean, this is just proof right here. Baltimore never satisfied, always wanting to improve on what they've done and what they have, and here they are out here slinging the rock around incredibly efficiently with about 7:48 to go in the fourth quarter, up by a few scores.
And you could tell that this was the game plan coming in here today, as Baltimore is just throwing it all over the place. This time it bites him in the butt, though. Queen City with the interception. King Jamal picks it off, and might be a little too late here, Kate, with still 7.5 to go.
Yeah, too little too late. All this is really going to do right here is just slightly tarnish the numbers that Jack Wigmore put up in this game, and then bring his quarterback rating down a little bit. But a great read right there by King Jamal, keeping his eyes on the quarterback's eyes, figuring out where he was going with the football. And unfortunately for Wigmore, he tries to dump this one off with the threat of King Jamal taking that one away.
Chris Curtis with only his second grab here today makes it out to the 36-yard line, gain of 7. And yeah, I tend to agree with you there, Kate. It just kind of tarnishes his numbers here a little bit, as he will have an interception in that stat column there. But overall, I mean, there's not really a whole lot that you can shake a stick at for him.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there. Yeah, I mean, outside of that one poor throw right there, I mean, it's been a pretty good game for him, and almost taking it back to Baltimore.
And that was a great play by the Baltimore secondary, able to get the tip pass in the air. I believe it was the safety that just dragged down the receiver, so he had no opportunity to pick the football or to complete the football there. And it falls to the turf, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, phenomenal defensive effort right there.
Third and short, 7:01 to go. Caswell under center, handoff, Jet 0, met in the backfield. What a big hit. Frank Smith, the inside linebacker, read it the whole way, and Jet 0 is swallowed up. Going to be a 4th down here, Cade, and Queen City, is it a punt? It's going to be a punt. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Wow, indeed, especially considering the field position, but great. Going back to that play, I mean, Frank Smith, great job by him, man. He knew it was coming the whole way, a full head of steam coming up the middle.
Good pressure by the Baltimore special teams. Good punt by Queen City, and it does roll into the end zone for a touchback. Very, very close, but could not quite trickle out of the end zone, and they'll bring it back up to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, phenomenal.
6:24 to go. I'm sorry, go ahead, Kevin.
Oh, you're good, man. No, yeah, phenomenal job. Almost a heck of a punt, but yeah, as you said, as you were going into there, just 6:20 and change, and Baltimore with the opportunity to stick the nail in the coffin here.
Yeah, and almost another interception there. I'm surprised that it wasn't, but Chima able to snatch the football down and get a gain of 4.
Yeah, I am too, quite honest. That was a crowded little space over there, and Wigmore slides it in nicely for the catch, about 4-yard gain.
T-Roy the single back, clock continuing to roll here on 2nd and 6. Queen City showing blitz. Wigmore to throw. He's going to fire it over the middle. Caught, 1st down yardage. Out to the 36-yard line. They will move those chains once again. But hey, week 5, it's not done. Later on For the Fans Network, we bring you one of the league's best rivalries on the screen with Ramos' 3-1 Mexico City Aztecs and Mighty's 3-1 Florida Storm. Network-wide coverage begins with the conclusion of Lone Star in London. And then later, we've got bonus coverage in the newest rivalry out west Portland and San Diego. Coverage starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. The SFL on For the Fans football season is only just beginning. As T-Roy gets a handoff, gets buried in the backfield, you had to think that Queen City saw that one coming.
Yeah, absolutely. The defensive end there, big number 75, Digger Graves. That's not the first time, actually. He's made a big play in the run game so far this evening, an integral piece of that defensive line for Queen City.
But the clock still rolls. 2nd and 14 here. Wigmore snapping it at 12. Ball pops up in the air and incomplete. It was a tight throw and tight coverage, and Queen City probably could have picked that off on the back end, but it falls to the turf. Stops the clock at 4:50.
Yeah, that was, I think everybody was holding their breath for just a moment there as that one floated in the air with, if you're a Baltimore fan, what seemed like forever, fortunately for them, falling to the turf harmlessly.
3rd and long now for Baltimore. Wigmore takes the high snap. He's going to air it out deep into coverage and incomplete. Good coverage made out there by the back end of the secondary. Pharaoh Reigns and Albert Begin able to knock the football down, and we'll see another Pablo Gates punt.
That just, I mean, good stop by Queen City. I 3 timeouts left, about 4:45 on the clock, 4:46. I don't want to tell you there's a great chance. But,
so you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's still a chance if the execution can be appropriate and time management is good. There can be a chance.
All right. I'll hold you to that one, man. Fielded by Ochoa as he's able to get a couple yards out of the deal, out to the 35-yard line. 4:37 to go, all 3 timeouts. Kate is right. There is a shot here, albeit a minute shot. Just given the situation and how much time is left on the clock, Queen City's got to go, and they got to go right now.
Yeah, that's an understatement, my friend. Absolutely.
And this is the formation to do it in as Caswell comes out empty. 4 wideouts, 3 towards the top of the formation. He's going to gun it out. One-on-one coverage and intercepted. Baltimore comes up with another turnover, and that was Austin Brigham with the interception, and that might do it there, kid.
Yes, sir. I do believe that it has a great opportunity to do it, and I mean, I cannot fault them for the idea here. Your most reliable target in this game has been Deezer Powell. Why not try to give him an opportunity to go up and get the ball? Unfortunately, what happened on this play is Baltimore's defense did not fall for it one bit, played all the way extraordinarily well, and almost looked like the primary receiver right there. Fantastic job taking that one away.
Wigmore to throw. He's going to check it down to T-Roy, and they were ready for it. Crow has been all over that all day long. Jared Crow, big-time stop in the backfield. Clock continuing to roll, and Lone Star is continuing to roll over on the SFL Twitch page as they take a 20-point advantage over the London Knights across the pond. Here in Baltimore, the Vultures holding on to a 22-point advantage here with about 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Wigmore and company able to just let the clock roll, and they will hand off to T-Roy Gaines. T-Roy being patient and bringing it out to the 47-yard line. Good chunk of yards there, brings up 3rd and manageable.
Boy, when that run first started, man, it looked like he had about green grass for as far as the eye could see, and somehow Queen City's defense does a good job of closing in and taking him down to give him a 3rd and 5.
So we get a look at Jared Crow there. 8 tackles, 4 assisted, 2 tackles for loss. I mean, he's just been an animal today here at his linebacker spot. Hand off to T-Roy. T-Roy bottled up in the backfield once again, as it's pretty much garbage time, so Queen City knows what's coming. And that's a good stop. Brings up 4th down, and clock will roll for Baltimore as they are able to they're going to punt the football away.
Yeah, clock's ticking down here. Queen City appears will have another shot on offense. See if they can try to muster up a little bit of garbage time yardage here. Getting a threat from a defensive player right there that he's going to block it. We'll see if this one comes true.
Gates takes the high snap, no threat of a block as he gets the football away. Good return by Ochoa as he makes it out to the 25-yard line. And Queen City will have 2:26 to go here in the football game. And, I'll take my hat off to Queen City. They've been playing their butts off all day long, and they're going to play until the clock hits triple zeros.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. They deserve a lot of credit, quite honestly, especially early on in this game. Like I said, about the first quarter and a half, man, they really were pushing Baltimore and showing that they could hang. And for some reason there, there was a certain point where it just broke, and they haven't been able to get it back ever since.
And that's complete to Deezer Powell. A little too late, but a good completion nonetheless. He's had a very impressive ball game as he makes it out to the 36-yard line, clock rolling. Getting close to the 2-minute warning. Caswell going to throw it over the middle again, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. I don't think they're going to get one more playoff here.
I don't
Possibly?
think. Yeah.
No.
Oh, wow, that was close. Yeah, I was with you.
Just short. 2 minutes to go here in Baltimore, and the Vultures looking to go to 4-1 with a commanding lead. You're watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. Second and 4, 2 minutes to go here for Queen City. Caswell, the throw. He's got Deezer Powell open towards the top of the formation. First down as he steps out of bounds at the 47-yard line with 1:56 frozen on the clock. Looks like the backup defenders are in the game for the Vultures.
Yeah, a big game for Deezer Powell. I mean, overall, the guy's been absolutely fantastic, making contested catches in this game. Just about anything that's been, in his general vicinity, if it's been catchable, he's made it, and he's had a big game tonight.
Caswell over the middle, and it's incomplete. James Matthew Jr. was there, but could not quite snatch down the laser that Caswell was offering him. Brings up second down.
Yeah, put some mustard on that one.
Uh-huh. That's putting it lightly, my friend.
Yeah.
Caswell, not a bad game here today. 230. He has thrown 2 picks, but I will say that probably those 2 picks were a result of the heat that Baltimore was bringing to him today. Caswell takes the snap, throws it over the middle. He finds Matthew Jr. for a short gain out to the 39-yard line. Third and short coming up. Corsairs going no huddle. Caswell takes the snap, fires over the middle, finds Curtis for a first down, and he makes it out to the 28-yard line. Clock continuing to roll. 90 seconds to go now in the ball game. All 3 timeouts for the Corsairs. Caswell in trouble. Throws a floater over to Deezer Powell, and it's incomplete. That was a dangerous throw. 1:25 left to go.
Yeah, dangerous, but wow, what an effort. Quite honestly, didn't really have the opportunity to set his feet. Just kind of saw Powell out there with an opportunity by himself, and just basketballed that one up there, if you will.
Four wide outs, 3 towards the top of the formation. Caswell, pressure coming right away, throws it out to Deezer Powell, and he's tackled out of bounds at the 24-yard line, gain of 3. Well, next Saturday on ESPN, Week 6 begins on the 11 Sports Network and For the Fans Twitch channel with the Border War. Mexico City hosting Lone Star in a Southern Division fight. Charleston and Jacksonville will clash later on in an Atlantic Division matchup. Bonus coverage includes San Diego and Fort Worth, and Florida and Sioux Falls. Coverage starts at 4:30 Eastern Time. The SFL on 11 Sports football season is only just beginning. 3rd and 7 for Caswell. He'll throw it out, tipped in the air and picked off. Going the other way, and I don't think anyone's going to catch him. That's going to be a pick 6. Chris Curtis is there, though. Can he bring him down? He does. Oh, man, I thought it was going to be a pick 6 going the other way. I could not believe that Curtis was able to catch up with him. It looked like he had a head of steam. Benjamin Paul with the interception off the tip drill.
Yeah, heck of a play by Paul off the tip drill, taking this one away. But I hate it for Chris Curtis that this was most likely his biggest play of the game. Getting down there and the hustle, man, never quit, and saved a touchdown right there. A nice defensive play for the wide receiver Chris Curtis on that one.
So 1:08 to go. Baltimore going to move to 4-1. Queen City falls to 1-4 after about 68 seconds tick off the clock. Backup offense is in now for Baltimore. And that falls incomplete. Adam Jefferson was looking for Means, who has a touchdown reception here on the day.
I'm a little surprised they decided to go ahead and throw the football right there, but you know, I have to imagine there's a plan behind every decision. So as you said, backup offense in, maybe they're just trying to get a little bit of a look and see what some of these guys got going on here.
Well, and Cade, I mentioned that you know, Baltimore moving to 4-1, Queen City going to fall to 1-4 in the North Division as we get a free play here. Jefferson going to check it down to his running back as he gets buried in the backfield. We'll see what the flag is about with 1 minute to go.
Neutral zone infraction.
And will be offsides on Queen City. Baltimore will obviously accept that. So they get a free 5 yards out of that. It doesn't get any easier for either of these two teams, Kay. Baltimore will play Vancouver next, and then Queen City is going to play the LA Lycans. So both those teams, very good, solid teams, and man, it doesn't get any easier in the SFL, man.
Not at all. Not at all. Absolutely.
Jefferson in a single back look. He will throw, going to check it down. And that's T-Roy Gaines making an appearance here in the second team unit as we get a look at his numbers here today. Not a whole lot on the ground, but he has had a lot through the air. 65 yards through the air, about 55 yards on the ground. And that's good for over 100 yards from scrimmage. You'll take that any day of the week from your running back.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and that, we talked about this several times throughout the game about how it's been more of a pass-centric offense versus run, but what's so fantastic is when you need to go to the run, you've got a guy like T-Roy Gaines who can make it happen for you.
And another check down pass. This time Queen City going to burn a timeout on the other side as that brings up 4th down. Baltimore will more than likely send the field goal unit out here. So Queen City with 2 timeouts left to go with 51 seconds to play. Tarkenton lining up for a field goal. He has not missed on the season either. Longest of 53 on the season. This one from about 37. Good hold. Snap is down. Kick is up and good from 36 yards officially. 38-13 is your score as Baltimore just trying to get out of here with a dub. And, Cade, we harped on it coming into this ball game. Baltimore is not who you want to play when the Vultures are at home.
No, not at all. I mean, like we talked about it coming into this, about 87%, just a little north of that at-home winning percentage in the history of the organization. That's just unheard of. Absolutely phenomenal job by them and ownership and holding such a record. And once again, they're showing why, man. This home field advantage in Baltimore, it's something different.
It is definitely different, and you can definitely feel the atmosphere here at Vultures Field. You know, every time that we come here and we call a game, it just feels different. And Baltimore just has the magic here. Partly why, maybe that's partly why they call it the Charm City. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? The crab cakes are good too.
Oh, crab cakes are always good, man. Shit. 38-13, the score. Caswell airing it out. He's got his man, and that is a first down. Queen City calling a timeout at the 44-yard line. 39 seconds to go as Curtis is able to make a very impressive grab for a big chunk of yards. And shoot, this is disappointing. It has to happen in garbage time, but
agreed. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised we didn't see more of him. I understand the focus on Deezer Powell, who had a phenomenal game For Queen City, I mean, a big highlight for them was Deezer Powell, but I thought for sure with the game he was having, maybe we'd see that as an opportunity for Chris Curtis to sneak in there and take advantage of some opportunities. And unfortunately, we didn't see much of him this evening.
Nope, we did not, but we've seen a lot of that man today as Deezer Powell makes another catch. I mean, what can he say about Deezer Powell? He's just been going off today.
Yeah, there's not
Getting
much you
close
can
to
say. It's
150
already
yards.
been said. Yeah, phenomenal job by him.
Still continuing to throw the ball here as Powell gets out of bounds with 24 seconds to go. And, it's funny, right? You look at the numbers. Yeah, Caswell's thrown 3 picks. All right, so we'll just kind of toss those out. Jet Zero has over 100 yards on the ground. We don't see that hardly ever from him. Deezer Powell has over 150 yards through the air. We hardly see that from him. Caswell, or at least not for a while, Caswell has almost 300 yards through the air. And they're down by 25 in the final quarter. I mean, Baltimore has just done a very impressive job making sure that they keep their foot on the gas and they get the dub regardless.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they've and that's something that they've been extraordinarily good at throughout. Not just this season, last season. I mean, it's in any instance with Baltimore, they've stayed on the gas. They've continued to play hard, and they've not given up an opportunity to try to win any football game.
Caswell in trouble. He's going to go down, and that is going to probably do it. Queen City might burn one more time out here before the final play of the game. This might be the final play of the game as Ochoa completes the football. No, we're going to see one more with 3 seconds to go. Queen City burning their final timeout, trying to get just one more play in, possibly get it in the end zone and make this a more respectable final score.
Yeah, they're going to try to heave one up right here just to see what they can do.
Well, I mean, they're definitely within striking distance at the 21-yard line. So, I mean, it's not out of the question, especially considering Caswell has a rocket arm. But
That's for sure.
Yeah, too little too late, unfortunately, for Queen City here today. Just was not their day as Baltimore just did everything they wanted today. I cannot really say much more as Caswell is in the empty, 4 wideouts, 3 towards the top of the screen. Final play of the game, Caswell throwing it over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Falls to the turf. A fitting end here for Queen City as Baltimore comes away with a 25-point victory. As we get a look at the final game, stats and highlights. Cade, I mean, Queen City ended up having more yards. Time of possession was about equal. What was the difference?
Biggest difference you can see right there, turnovers, 3 to 1. The turnovers are killer, and you know what's crazy is you take a look at this, and it looks like the game should be much closer. Even with the turnovers in the instances that they happened, I don't necessarily think that they affected the way this game was going to go as much as you might imagine. I mean, obviously it's not going to do you any favors, but they got to find a way to get that cleaned up. If you're Queen City and you're AJ Caswell, you got to find a way to not turn the football over quite as much as you have, but yeah, that's something to work on, and a big difference in this football game.
So we got to look at the final highlights. A lot of them definitely in favor of Baltimore. Queen City able to do what they can, but it just was not their day today. As Baltimore, like I said, they just have that magic at home, and they're able to get their 4th victory of the season. And send Queen City on a free fall for their 4th straight loss as we see the final interception of the ball game here.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be any surprise to anybody out there that the quarterback Jack Wigmore completely deserves player of the game here. Phenomenal effort by him. It was nice to see the young QB in his first full season really go out there and sling it the way that he did, man. Phenomenal effort, and a big reason why Baltimore came out on top today.
I tend to agree as we're seeing the final highlights here on the final drive from Caswell to Chris Curtis. That was an impressive catch. Again, that was just the story of the day. Too little, too late. I highly anticipate Jack Wigmore is going to be named player of the game. And He is 41 of 47, 358 yards, 4 touchdowns, and almost a 118 quarterback rating. Well, on behalf of my best friend Kate Stevens, Nalini Nash, and Stephen Hacker in the Stats Truck, I want to thank you for tuning in to this presentation of the Simulation Football League. We'll send you out to bonus coverage across the pond, where we've got Tyler Falk and Andy Helmutson standing by. Guys, take it away.
To make the tackle at the 46, it'll set them up in good range. They do a good job, I think, with the timeout of using it early enough to keep as much time on this clock as possible.
So they'll come out trips near side, and McLean all alone in the gun. Pass near side, wide open receiver, and he is gone! Vin Kalia and the London Knights have themselves yet another touchdown.
Well, it took roughly 3 quarters, but this crowd excited about that. The backups in for Lone Star, but the score counts nonetheless. 3 plays, 67 yards, 54 yards on that passing catch to Vin Kalia working there on the backup. You know, sometimes in a game like this, you put in the backups to try and get them some some experience, and Kalia says, well, hey, here's your experience. It's me burning you for 6.
Jack Lewis on to attempt the extra point to cut the deficit to 16. Snap spot kick is up, and it is good. London get to 14 points. They'll look to kick the onside kick here in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and if they can grab it, I think it'll be great to try and build some of that hurry-up offense, see what they have in the passing game, and, really get going. Let's see here what they can line up.
All or nothing. Here come the Knights.
Oh,
Kicks away, tipped.
They got it.
And recovered by London.
Wow, talk about Jack Lewis in there doing his job. That ball went higher than I think I've seen any onside kick. Lincoln Kingseed, I mean, he's a starter there, Tyler, and he was not able to haul that one in. So interesting there that Lone Star, not necessarily backups in the special teams unit, could not bring it in.
Want to welcome our friends from FTF International here to Queensway in London. London just executed a perfect onside kick and looking to dive down the field as the ball is tipped up and nearly intercepted by Lone Star.
Yeah, the cornerback dove underneath that deflection. Eugene or Brejon there, and it's Kingseed who actually makes the original deflection and almost went the other way. Kingseed almost making up for that missed onside recovery there, but London going to continue to throw this football, and, they have shown that they have the ability to go deep here, Tyler. I'd like to see him take some more shots. Middle of the field has been open. It didn't work that time, but don't get rid of it completely. It's still an option.
Trips far side of the formation on their own 42. Angus McLean gets the snap, slants over the middle, and it's out of the reach of the diving tight end, Benji Matson.
Yeah, that's close. The refs, the one thing I will say, it could have been called pass interference, but the refs have consistently tonight not called that pass interference, so I'm okay with the flag not coming out there. If they had called it that way all night, I would have been fine with it, but there have been a couple where it's been close that Ref 62 has not called pass interference, so I'm okay with letting that one play.
Same formation, trips far side, McLean all alone in the backfield. He's back to pass, fires far side, and that should do it. Picked off by Lone Star, and it's going to go back all the way down to the 14-yard line. They nearly had another pick six, and it's Bo Martin Jr. with the interception.
Well, Bo Martin Jr. is over there, ball hawking. He's ready for this corner route. They've run it a couple times when they needed some yards. They're trying to hit Zach. Martin flocks to the ball and then has an escort down the sideline. Oh, if only he would have got that one block. He might have been in the end zone. And for that young man's career, I'm sure he would have wanted to be. To have a interception is one thing. To have a pick six to your name is another thing. Bo Martin Jr. has no career interceptions for 6. He's got his second career interception right there. Would have loved to take it to the crib, though.
London's got a few timeouts at the disposal, so we'll see Collier get the first carry, and London will take their first time out. Later tonight, here in Week 5 on the For the Fans Network, brings one of the league's best rivalries to the big screen with Ramos's 3-1 Mexico City Aztecs and Mighty's 3-1 Florida Storm. Network-wide coverage begins with the conclusion of this game, and later bonus coverage is the newest rivalry out west, Portland and San Diego. Coverage starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. The SFL on For the Fans football season is only just beginning. And after the backup tight end, Desmond Doss will go behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Yeah, some interesting games there later tonight, and an interesting one we've had here tonight. From the rip, Tyler, it has been Lone Star leading the way and London trying to play catch-up. They were not able to kind of get back on their heels. Had an opportunity here at the end of the first half, but now backups in for Lone Star, and they're going to look to put this one away.
That is the Medal of Honor recipient, Desmond Doss, in the game, getting a couple of carries here to close out this football game.
Yeah, and for everything that he did tonight, you know, I think Ace Fennick just played, you know, maybe one of the better games I've seen an SFL player play in their career. 32 of 38, over 250 yards, 2 scores, no picks, 112.7 QBR. He was on point from the kick. And, you know, for a quarterback, all you want is consistency. And Ace Fennick did all of that and a little bit more.
So we'll see Hugh Purvis extend the lead a little further. His kick is up, and it is good. Lone Star 33, London 14.
And for London, if you're the Knights, you know, there is some room to build off of this loss, right? You can take away, you know, what you did right tonight and what you did wrong tonight and learn and build from that. I think, you know, Robert Merrill could have used a couple more carries as a running back. He had a lot of touches, right? 15 total touches, 10 of which were on the ground. I'd like to see that in the 12 to 14 range, and a little bit more of, you know, uphill running as opposed to counters. But I think for everything that London did, you know, there were a couple times where the ball just did not roll their way, Tyler. So, you know, a lot to build off of and a long season. I mean, you said it best. The SFL is football season just getting started, and the opportunity for all these players to come back out in, you know, 6-7 days from now and take another shot at it.
Still lots of football left to be played. These London Knights have shown some promise here all game long, and tonight just had to take one on the chin. McLean back to pass over the middle to a wide open Kalia. If he would have stayed up, he could have had 6, but it's a good completion either way, and they get back to the line to spike the ball.
Yeah, he was jawing there with the defensive back too after the play, you know, kind of giving him the business a little bit, explaining, you know, hey, if I would have stayed up, it would have been over. They will, you know, try and have another shot at it, and hey, if I'm London's offensive coordinator, I'm going back to that exact play right there. It was wide open once. It might be wide open again.
And so with 10 seconds left to go in the game, they're going to trot out the Hail Mary formation to see if they can put 7 more points up on that scoreboard. Lane pumps, wants pressure coming. He's going to be wrapped up for the game-ending sack by Yogi Barr. And there's your final. Lone Star 33, London 14. We've talked about it all game long here, Andy. It's been the Ace Fennick Show.
Yeah, Fennick from the word go was gold for Lone Star, and London's offense really just struggled to find a little bit of a rhythm. Their defense was on the field, as you saw there, 25 minutes tonight. Their defense had to fight and battle against this Lone Star offense, and the offense that for the glory just had so many weapons and places to attack, outside, inside, flats, right up the middle, everywhere they had an opportunity. And at the end of the day, you know, it was the Lone Star offense that got the win, but the Lone Star defense played buckled down too. Doug Day with a pick 6. The special teams for Lone Star were on point. A really well put together game on the road in London, playing super late here at night. A big win for Lone Star to push them to 3-2. I can't overemphasize, Tyler, how well I thought this Glory team played tonight. And for London, they did not necessarily play a terrible game either. 6 receptions, 106 yards for Saren Storm. Angus McLean completed about 50% of his passes, did have 2 touchdown throws on the night, and some big shots and opportunities there. So for both of these teams, something to build off of for next week. But for Lone Star, I think this kind of cements them as one of the teams to be on the watch for through the next 6 to 7 weeks as we head towards the playoffs.
And definitely cannot forget about William Davidson picking up 4 sacks, and that will move him to 5th all time in the most sacks. So in a losing effort, definitely a bright spot for London.
Yeah, Davidson played out of his mind. I think, honestly, Tyler, I think if this game would have been a little closer, he might have been worthy of the player of the game.
The player of the game tonight will go to Ace Fennec. A fantastic performance. Look at that QBR, 113.2. So for Andy Hamilton, Stephen Hacker, and Greg Soto, and the Commissioner Cameron Irvine, I've been Tyler Falk. After this, we'll get you to a post-game wrap-up and a preview of the nightcap. But until next time, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to SFL Pregame Live along with Mike St. Green. I'm Cameron Irvine, and today we've already seen SFL action all afternoon long. We've had 4 games there in the books. You just finished the Lone Star victory over London. Mike, just some quick thoughts on that. Lone Star really dominated that game, and it really was never close. London got a slow start last week, but couldn't recover like they did last week.
Yeah, pretty much a dominating performance from Lone Star from start to finish. They jumped out in this game, first drive of the game with a touchdown pass to Adam Williams from Ace Finnick. And they just rolled from there, basically. Dominant performance from the defensive line. Juke and Rukin with a 2.5, credited 2.5 sacks. Yogi Barr with a late sack at the end of the game. Hugo Reynosa with a couple of sacks there. Defensive line totally dominated this game. And one thing that stood out to me, Cam, from London, 5 yards rushing. If you don't get your running game involved, yeah, that's what a defensive line can do to you. They can just tee off and go after your quarterback, and basically that's what Lone Star did today.
Yeah, that's 2 games this season already that London's had less than 10 yards of rushing offense. That's not going to get it done, especially late in the season. But we're all here for the big main game tonight in primetime, Mike. It's 3-1 Florida, 3-1 Mexico City leading us off. Portland and San Diego kicks off at 8:45 Eastern. But this Aztec Storm game is going to be a doozy.
Oh yeah, Florida and London, Florida and Mexico City, 2 storied franchises in this league. Of course, Florida, three championships under their belt. They're led by quarterback Ron Cochran, second in the league in completion percentage with 78.79. He's going to get Bullet Bolitsky involved as running back out of the backfield, a bunch of short passes and things like that. Mexico City, they're going to look to be a balanced attack with their running back Phoenix Jones. He's tied for the league in yards per carry with 5.7, and they also want to get their big wide receiver Cale Barrett involved. He's third in the league with 576 yards catching. So that's what Mexico City wants to do, a balanced attack. Florida's going to come at you with the short passing game. Hey, we're going to have a great matchup here tonight.
Mexico City's trying to catch Fort Worth atop the South, and Florida is trying to hold on to their lead as, boy, what did you know? Carolina is starting to creep up in the rearview mirror in the Atlantic Division. Florida and Mexico City comes your way next. This is the SFL on For the Fans.
11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Week 5 of the Simulation Football League season brings us to scenic South Florida. Tonight, two of the winningest franchises in league history enter the eye, and the winner will exit with the edge in the all-time series and a tie for third place in the SFL standings. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale, alongside producer extraordinaire Cameron Irvine, our statisticians Phil Koss and Delaney Nash, and my partner Stephen Molinax. I'm Tim Hackett. You're watching the SFL on For the Fans. Happy to have you with us. There's a lot at stake tonight, Stephen, as these two storied franchises, Mexico City and Florida, face off for the 11th time in league history.
Well, Tim, what we have here is a clash of two of the SFL's top teams, and they've held that moniker for a very long time. Both the Florida Storm and the Mexico City Aztecs currently sit at 3-1, but the path each took to get here has been drastically different. The Storm will be playing their fourth straight home game tonight, currently riding a 3-game winning streak here in the